Welcome to 2 Minutes for Instigating. Last week, Brian Burke got up on his soapbox and delivered his very opinionated thoughts on the state of the NHL. While I won't use this time to regurgitate his entire stance, the main tenets of his argument revolved around his three favorite words: pugnacity, belligerence, and truculence. Basically, Burke isn't happy with the apparent extinction of the one-dimensional enforcer. He seemed genuinely crushed that the speed and skill of today's game forced him to put Colton Orr on waivers. And he must have been the only person in the world upset by the decision, except for maybe Colton Orr's mom. Burke feels that the elimination of the pure enforcer has catalyzed a lack of respect in the NHL, as it allows the rats and the pests to run amok without fear of retribution. While I agree with his lack of respect assertion, his reasoning is flawed. I never hear anyone bemoaning a lack of respect in the Olympics or during the playoffs. Besides, enforcers are never chosen for the Olympics, and they rot on the bench during the playoffs. So if enforcers aren't a problem, and the hockey is played with respect at a high level, what's the problem? It boils down to this: there are too many teams in the NHL, which leads to a watered-down product. The bottoms of rosters are filled with guys who just aren't talented enough to play at the highest level, so they need to find an angle to make teams think they're useful. It used to be enforcers, and now it's rats and pests. They aren't good enough to get by on skill alone. My solution? Contract 2 to 4 teams, which would eliminate these fringe players and actually improve the quality of NHL regular season play. Will this ever happen? Of course not, because it would require the league to not be subservient to the almighty dollar. See you next week on 2 Minutes for Instigating.